quick.
Drew McIntyre defeated Jinder Mahal. This was the first match I saw, like pretty much the whole thing, because this was
Really?
like right.
Then then I'm sorry for you.
Yeah, sorry, Sujo. Sorry.
It wasn't
like,
a bad
this is the
match.
same one
It
for
wasn't
you
a bad
too,
match by any
James,
means.
then.
It's just not special. It was just nothing to write home.
So what I thought about the match?
I mean, it was pretty much the same match that you saw all the way through for the first last night too.
Yeah.
Sorry for you too, James.
It was,
and that was exactly what I thought it would be. Except the
it's
ended.
what it was. I don't know if the feud will continue after this. They might have another match tomorrow on Raw. That's about it.
You know.
Other thoughts that you have, James, on it?
Yeah, Drew McIntyre turned into bully to attempted murderer. There you go. Like, why are you swinging your sword at these guys?
Because he was allowed to in the stipulation. The sword had a license to be out there.
So after I beat you and Joe and Walter, and they checking on Walter, I'll pick up his sword and run at you with the sword.
I mean,
that sounds bad, but it's a Jinder and Drew match. It was.
I think again they just they put their leg forward so that, but this is, I think this is a feud that they need to go into Extreme Rules with, if they're gonna.
Yes.
Again, I don't like the idea of Extreme Rules as a pay-per-view, but if you're gonna have extreme matches at a pay-per-view, then Jinder versus Drew needs to be one of those.
And I want to say one thing about Drew thing. I hate the count. I hate it. I get when Sheamus beat his chest because he's waiting to go. And I get it, but when you saying 3, I'm thinking just stay down. Okay, don't get up. He's counting down for a reason.
It's but it's the whole idea of the whole thing. It's like it's the same thing, because I used to wonder why, if Shawn Michaels is stomping his foot so loudly before he hits the Sweet Chin Music, why does the opponent turn towards Shawn Michaels where the stomping is coming?
Because he's warming up the band. He's getting that knee ready.
Yeah, but if I know I'm gonna be the one who hits who that record hits.
I know.
But I guess the whole idea is that you're disoriented enough so that you hear something and you don't know what exactly is happening. So it's like you're going to the light. It's like, wait, what is happening over there? And
like, who's counting down? What? 3, 2.
Wait a minute. It's like, wait a minute. Is it New Year's already?
But it was a decent match. It's what it is. You know.
Nothing to write home about.
Too long.
It's a cool off match, I guess. That's
that's basically what it was.
Next up, we had what I thought was match of SummerSlam, Edge versus Seth Rollins. I love the Root entrance. That was badass, especially Edge actually bringing back to his old smile that he used to use.
Oh, that evil smile.
Yeah. And the glasses. Yeah.
That was awesome. It was SummerSlam, like, through and through. If they want to make SummerSlam seem like a Mania, that was a perfect way of doing it. The match itself, I thought, was great. Edge getting the victory depends on how they want to go with it this week. They involve Becky in an angle with Seth, or
God, I hope not.
Doing that. If they eventually turn Seth face, or what they're going to be doing, I still don't think this is a one-off. I do think it will continue into next month.
I mean, at this point, Seth is that petulant child who will not accept, like, being beaten. So so you might see him, go after Edge again just because he wants to get that win back.
Right.
Like he did with Cesaro. Same thing.
Yes. Mm-hmm. What do you think of the match, Mohammed?
I agree with you. This was the match of the show. It was a click. It was great. It's my only take on this is that if Edge was bringing his darkness into this match, like he teased on SmackDown, like he came out with the Brood thing, I would have during the match itself, he did not seem that sinister. He was just Edge.
Oh. In actuality, Brood Edge really wasn't that sinister. Let's face it.
Brood Edge was not that sinister, but if you're gonna tell me like Edge is gonna reach down into this dark era of him, a dark persona that he used to have, and he's gonna do that, I would have liked to see a difference. You know, I don't know. I would have liked to see a difference in that theme throughout the match. Now, far be it from me to tell anyone how they wrestle or how they present their art, but I'm just saying, as a consumer, I felt like there was a promise there was a premise that was not delivered on. That's just me.
I agree because
that's just me, though.
See, yeah, because in your view, it would have been better to end a DQ match where he get the concerto and stuff like that. Then you can move it to Extreme Rules where it's like a no DQ match and stuff like that.
That could have worked.
Yeah, you know that he's unhinged. He's getting dark.
Yeah.
He was going to not kill Seth Rollins, but try to kill Seth Rollins, basically. Yeah. But continue stuff like that, because I have.
Yeah, that's just my only. That's my only. Like that's a nitpick, if you will. It's just in my mind, Edge is capable of like switching it up during a match as well as but. But that's the idea. Edge said he was going to bring up this darker character and so forth. And like you said, I don't think the darker, Brood Edge was a different Edge than what you see here. But it's just, if he's bringing this character, and then once he gets the better of Seth, he's giving him this whole kind of sort of like a wink, like you see it, huh? I'm still better than you think when Seth was on the outside. I think that's the point which I could have done without. I would have loved Edge to just be all business and all about, hurting this guy.
WrestleMania Chicago Hardcore Edge.
Yeah. I'll tell you this. I'll take an example from someone else. Say when Finn Balor had the Smiley Finn and the Demon Finn, they wrestled different. Not completely different, but there was a slightly difference. There was a more sense of urgency. There was more malice in the way that he wrestled as the demon. Just a tad bit, just a little bit. Which is a little bit. Yeah, which is just quiet you. which is why I still say Finn Balor, best wrestler in the world, because he knows how to change it up, what levels he needs to do, everything and so forth. I just need that small degree between, regular Edge and Dark Edge. That's what I needed from this match. Okay, I'm done. Go ahead, James.
No. I love the match. I agree too. Both my favorites. Seth Rollins did his perfect rendition of Jay White. I swear, when he spent around in the jacket, I'm like, oh my God, it's Jay White. I'm like, oh no, it's Seth. It's like that was weird. Especially
breathe with the vision.
Me and Muhammad joked that Jay White could be the third twin. I thought it was so funny. Like, oh God, it's happening. I love the Brood thing, but I hated it. I wish he did it the whole way. Like, play the music the whole way, because I think the look of it was good. And you see him, and then they're like, "Yay! Now it's Alter Bridge."
I
like how the transition.
But who's gonna say? But like, if he did it all the way, who's gonna split the blood at the end? You're gonna have Edge do it.
Yeah, that was my other thing. He could have got Gangrel. It would have been nice. You couldn't get.
I would have. Yeah, it would have been. It would have been great if Gangrel was just leading him down to that ring. Like they would come out from the carpet together. Gangrel would come out. Not even they don't even need to make it to the ring. Gangrel would just stand there at the curve where everyone was doing and spit the blood out, and then it turns into Alter Bridge. Yeah. That would have.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, like I said, it was awesome, but it would have been super awesome if it could have.
But then again, spitting outwards.
They didn't have
in the era of COVID drink. Is not feasible.
Well, you know what Yano does? You could do a spray or just drink it and just act like you did it, okay?
Please. Yeah, it works for Yano, but would you have had the blood-sucking vampire just spraying blood all over?
And the other thing is, and this is just kayfabe, this is not really serious. Edge need to get his moves together, cause I had to look at it. Cause see, I remember that move as the 4-figure edge lock. Now I heard it's the educate. Like, when did that happen? Did
No,
that
but he
happen
did.
when
He
I,
did
when
call.
I,
He
what's
did
it,
call
what's
it.
it?
It's the reverse sharpshooter thingy he does. It was
Yeah,
called an
yeah. Because I
educator.
remember when he first did it, it was the 4-figure edge lock. But then
No, but
they
it
was like
changed.
educator. Yeah,
Was
I'm
it an
like,
educator? Wait, was it an educator or an execution?
no, execution is the DDT. That's the
Yeah.
DDT thing. Yeah.
Okay, but
So
yeah,
that's
but
what I say, educator. Like, where did that come from? And I looked up, he did it
no, yeah, but
around that
it was
time.
called
Yeah, I
sometime in the
wasn't
sometimes
really
in the
watching wrestling.
90s. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, not in the 90s. Yeah, probably in the
They
sometime after,
said,
sometime between the time he split with Christian, 2001 or so.
yeah,
It was
2001 to 2005, but he used it
Yeah.
rarely in between and stuff like that. But
He,
like, I
he
remember it was
didn't
the
use it that
4-figure
much.
edge lock.
He didn't use it
Yeah,
that
that's
much,
what
but
I'm
still, when he used it, you knew it was a trademark maneuver because it's.
Yeah, so because there was a downward spiral, edge
How
and
how
that's
do
what
I
I
know?
loved about him. Cause,
How do I know it was called an educator? Because it was in the in the create a roster move list title educator
yeah, it's just like
for the
that just
SmackDown
sounds
versus
weird.
Raw. You know.
Yeah, because I thought the 4-figure edge lock was way better than educate. Just like, who you educating, Edge? Where's this coming from? It's just like,
I
but
mean,
all around.
I mean, it's an education on pain.
I guess it's just so weird. But I love the match. They was great. I would love seeing them again. Self is the man. Me and Joe embrace the vision, unlike one person who doesn't. So,
No,
and
I mean,
Edge is the.
is there a okay? Tell me what exactly is the vision right now, and then I'll consider.
Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins. That's what it is. It's the vision of Seth Rollins. Okay.
What? So you just look at the images of Seth Rollins all day? Is that the vision?
Yeah, that's what we
Yes.
do.
Yes.
We look at our phones and it's like oh yes, there's Seth Rollins.
Yes. And sometimes we wear black.
Oh, and here's another picture of Seth Rollins, and that too is Seth Rollins.
Yeah, and I wear black glove and say like that. Yes.
Yeah, you can't even see you can't even see my other hand. You can't even see his other hand. Our other hand has a black glove on it right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
too nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
That kind of sounded creepy. We might need to remove that from YouTube. Can't even see.
So,
what
being creepy is a Seth Rollins way.
Exactly.
It's the vision.
I can't get that.
He doesn't even say that anymore.
Exactly. So it was great. But yeah, it was top match. Yes,
That's a good
top
song.
match. Yeah.
Next
He
up
burns
was
it down.
James's favorite match.
Yeah, let's go. This is the.
Yes, it was.
I mean, you say it as a joke, but this is the match that James got the most enjoyment out of.
And I'm gonna say it. I liked how the finish was with referee stoppage. I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. I just hoped it would have ended right there. Then, as soon as the chair was brought in, and then Goldberg's first son gets into the ring, I thought, Roman Reigns is his other son.
Goldberg's first.
Did you guys not watch the video?
Oh god, that's a deep cut.
That's
a very deep cut. It's a cartoon that we're not affiliated with it.
And then Big
that
E
happened.
His third
That
son.
happened like 2 years. That happened like 2 years ago.
Oh my god!
Happened. It was a video from yesterday.
Yes,
yeah,
but recently, yeah. I didn't
see
it, but I know the video you talk about.
No, but I remember like Roman Reigns is now Bill Goldberg's son. That was like 2019. They did that thing.
Then Big E cashed in, and he became the undisputed son of Goldberg's. But I could have done without all that. I would have just preferred Lashley getting the referee stoppage. That way, I mean, it doesn't hurt Goldberg because he only has 2 matches left on his contract anyhow. And hopefully one of those is against Jinder Mahal after the bump this past week.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not going to be. And it would have made Lashley look like a beast. Unfortunately,
they needed to keep it. They needed to keep it going for some reason. So,
yeah. James, any thoughts on this match?
Yes. I love that the crowd booed Goldberg because they knew yes, and Lashley was getting cheered. I was a little bit worried that Goldberg was getting a little offense in, but the outcome was fine. I laughed at this because they couldn't let Lashley get the win. They had to do a ref stoppage in a Goldberg match, and even saying
Hey,
that
a ref
is
stoppage is still a
funny.
win.
But I get it.
Ref stop.
I know. I know.
It's
I
even a
know.
more.
I know.
It's probably a more
I think it's
humiliating.
bigger.
It's probably a more humiliating defeat than being pinned or submitted.
Yeah.
It's someone else telling you, nope,
Yeah.
you're not gonna do.
Yeah, but it's just how it happened. But and I can say they can say, well,
Stoppage for
Lashley
Lashley
really
makes a
leaned
lot of
into
sense.
him and stuff, but like you got poked with a cane in your back knee. Okay. It's just anybody else would be perfectly fine, but just for Goldberg, because he's so protected. That's why I couldn't help but to laugh.
I don't think
It
it's
was enough
protecting. I
reaction.
don't think it's protecting Goldberg as much as it's setting up the next match. It's like,
But I mean that this doesn't happen to Goldberg. What I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. And throughout his whole match, this doesn't happen. Remember, he lost his very first match to a taser. Okay.
that's what I was
Yeah,
thinking. That
yeah.
the SummerSlam had 2 tributes to Scott Hall, like because the
Yeah.
moment MVP did the cane thing, I just got flashbacks to the taser thing by Scott
Yeah,
Hall.
that's all. That's all. That's all. So it's like it wasn't bad. That was good for Lashley and Goldberg. Had whatever type of wrestling shoes he wear. He did fine. It's just a rep stop. And like I told Pete, yeah, he didn't lose the match per se. He just didn't win the title because, of course, this is continuing to something else. So it's not like Goldberg's gonna go away
Yeah,
again. So
So you guys,
yeah,
you guys
this
like
just
help me
ended.
out. Yeah, help me out here because I don't know if like I imagined this or not. But does it seem to you guys that every match he seems to look kind of worse than the one before?
I agree.
Like
I'm the wrong person
no,
to
no,
ask
no, no,
that.
no, not like that. No, but seriously, he looks like he looks more tired each match than the
Yeah.
one before. Like he's
He does.
moving
Yes.
this one he was moving a lot slower, a lot more. I don't want to say it in a disrespectful way because the guys are but he looked a lot older than the Drew McIntyre match.
Did.
Mm-hmm.
Not physically, just how he moved.
Yeah.
Well, 54. So just maybe he hasn't. I don't know what to say. Maybe like his age, he can still go. But yeah, I agree with you though. It's like every other match, he's just getting slower
And I
and
think
slower and stuff like that.
the rust is taking over way more than he thinks he's actually controlling it. It's
Yeah.
anyways.
So.
Like again,
Well,
and also it's props to Gage Goldberg because he sold the hell out of that flip. He
That
looked like he
is an
freaking
odd
died.
thing I'll say about Gage is he's not even 18, so it's like not sure what the rules are in Vegas or whatever. But there had been some sort of like Goldberg waiver
Yeah.
signage last night to have minor get put into a move like that on pay-per-view. You don't really
parents'
see
permission, probably. Parents'
That's
permission.
what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean,
Still,
it's the
it's
WWE. They grease the right palms in you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
I respect it. It was a shocking thing because you don't see anything like that ever.
Yeah, it was. And the kid, to his credit, the kid looked like he died. It's like he sold the hell out of it.
well, clearly,
Which
because did you catch what Goldberg said at the end?
he said, "I'm gonna
He's going
kill
to
you."
murder Bobby Lashley. Yeah. So, yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. That's his kid. It's
Yeah,
Of course.
it makes sense.
But
And I mean, on the other hand, and again, I can say this because I'm not the first person to mention AEW tonight. You got Tony Schiavone's son,
yeah.
who's supposedly training to be a wrestler, not selling at all.
That's true.
Just sitting there in the corner on the picture.
hold on.
And
I did not
Shivani
understand. Hold on.
himself just freezing while his son his son is being.
Hey, QT's a badass, but hold on. I did not notice that, but now you notice that. Clearly, he was training from HBK School of Wrestling. Because if you want to know soul like a legend, you talk to HBK. Y'all remember that RKO thing situation?
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were talking about the 2005 Hogan thing.
Oh, it could be Hogan or the I was more recent with the RKO thing where he got the punt and he like still sit at the corner like I'm okay.
I think,
but
I don't know. I think when I think about this now, I think he might have been actually knocked silly in real life. That's why he didn't know what to do. Because you say that he didn't sell it, but if you look at his eyes during that thing, he was looking beyond everyone who came up to him.
Shawn Michaels always looks like that now. That's why I can't look at him in his face. Okay.
Yeah,
I was like, what happened?
You're a mean man.
No.
We had
Thank you for joining us on the Outlaw Macho Drive-In. If you liked that video, please click like and subscribe to our channel for more content from the Drive-In. For full episodes of our podcast, you may look us up on Anchor, Spotify, or wherever your favorite podcasts are available. Just search for Outlaw Macho Drive-In. And if it's not too much trouble, would you help us out here? Spread the word, share. We would really appreciate it. Thank you. We love you. Bye.